Well, Toronto Fire is providing an update about a blaze in the city's East End that sent 3 people to hospital. Let's listen in live.
Reported the fire at this address. When they arrived, they were met with heavy smoke and fire on the first floor. They discovered that 3 of the tenants that lived in the apartments above had self-rescued and were transported by Toronto Paramedic Services for minor smoke inhalation. We have our fire investigators, along with Toronto Police, are going to be investigating this fire and trying to determine a cause.
Anything suggested suspicious at this point in time?
We can't say right now. It's too early in the investigation.
Did the fire, was it contained to that first floor ground, or did it spread to the apartments up above?
Yeah, the fire was contained to the first floor. There was some smoke migration to the second floor, but the bulk of the fire was all on the first floor. The crews were able to knock it down very quickly. There's 2 above. There was 2 tenants living in the front apartment, and there was 1 person living in the back. All 3 were taken to hospital with minor smoke inhalation.
Ontario Fire Marshal's office, would they be involved in this at all?
They were notified. They are not going to be responding. They're going to leave it to our investigators along with police services. There's significant damage on the first floor. There's significant smoke damage on the second floor. We'll have to determine, the extent of it once we get in and do the investigation.
Did it spread to the adjacent businesses here?
The fire itself was contained to the building of origin. There is some smoke migration through the building, but those buildings should be fine.
Your firefighters were able to contain this rather quickly. Can you speak to the efficiency of your staff, how they were able to put themselves in the deal with that display?
Yeah, well, it's constant. It's ongoing training all the time. They just work together as a team, and they're able to, coordinate and get it knocked down very quickly. There was flames coming out the windows and the doors and the very front, we call the alpha side. And so they were able to make entry through the alpha side and knock the fire down right away. And then they started with ventilation operations for the rest of the building shortly after that.
Just looking at the damage here, is there any indication of an explosion?
It's still too early to tell. The police and our investigators will be doing an investigation, and hopefully we'll be able to determine a cause.
We ruled out or considering arson?
We haven't ruled anything out yet. Again, it's too early in the investigation.
So the cause, origin, and circumstances will be determined by your investigators, and if anything else is learned, then the OFM will be involved. Is that right?
That's correct, yeah.
Since the fire, it's believed it started somehow in that ground floor business. That's correct?
That's right.
What type of business was it?
My understanding was it was a Greek community center, a social club of some sort, yeah. But I can't confirm that.
So you're working in conjunction with police now to determine the cause. Tell us what the next steps are, or what your investigators are doing.
So the investigators will go in and they'll determine burn patterns, see if there's any accelerants, the typical stuff that they always do for fires to rule things out. And then they'll go from there. We have crews on scene doing a fire watch right now to make sure that there are no hot spots. So they go in with the thermal imaging cameras and they'll check areas of concern or potential concern and make sure that the fire is indeed out before we clear the scene. And we'll be here for probably 12 or 24 hours.
So you guys canvassing the area for surveillance footage as part of that investigation?
The police might be doing that. That's something that they might be able to answer.
And the 3 individuals who self-evacuated, do you know if those smoke alarms are notified that?
I can't determine. Sorry, I don't have that information right now. But they were out when our crews arrived. My understanding was 2 occupants from the front unit in their 70s and 1 male in the rear unit in his 40s.
That was going to be my next question. You mentioned couples.
Yeah. And again, my understanding is it's just minor smoke inhalation. Yeah. Yeah, well, anytime you're involved in a fire, you're lucky if you get out, especially if you have working smoke detectors. I mean, that's the purpose of those. So, they're very fortunate. Yeah.
Anything else, Deputy?
No, that's all I have. Thank you. Thank you. My name's Steve Darling. I'm the Acting Deputy of Operations for Toronto Fire. Thank you.
We've been getting an update from Toronto Fire in regards to a 2-alarm commercial fire in the East End. We can confirm that the fire has been knocked down. There were 3 tenants in some of the units that were taken to hospital for smoke inhalation, but no serious injuries to report. We'll have a lot more on that situation throughout the morning and afternoon.